Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining me, and you guys can read the title there. This is a very interesting story that was sent to me by one of you guys, one of my viewers, so thank you. You know who you are. Asked not to be named publicly, but it looks like luxury brands like Burberry, even semi-luxury H&M, and other brands, Cartier, are burning their clothes and destroying their merchandise in order to protect their brand. What the heck? Why? What? Casey, explain this to us. What are you talking about? So, Burberry creates a summer 2018 line of clothes. Let's say they come out with some new blue and yellow designer seasonal line of clothing, shirts and t-shirts and hats and what have you. And they make 1 million pieces, whatever. So, at the end of the summer, it's season change. Remember, these high-end fashion, high designer places move every season, and all of that material goes away and the store gets filled with the new season's material. And so let's say out of the 1 million pieces, Burberry sold 800,000 units, and they've got 200,000 units left of these blue and yellow crazy seasonal things. Well, Burberry's not going to sell that again in the stores. It goes away. And they basically destroy it. Now, they won't openly admit it. Some of them are starting to admit it. They used to try to hide it, but why would they destroy it? Why not sell it off? Why not donate it? Why not do something with it? Why burn it? Why destroy it? Well, the reasoning is this. If Burberry was to, let's say the shirts were 200 bucks a piece. Let's say they sold them out to, I don't know, like Ross or Marshalls for 50 bucks a unit, so Ross could put them out for sale for 100. Somebody that normally couldn't afford a $200 shirt at Burberry would be able to go in and maybe buy it from Ross for 100 bucks or maybe 75 bucks or cheap. And so Burberry sees this, and other brands see this as a lessening of their brand's value. They see it as a degradation of the brand. And they don't want their brand to be lowered in value. They would rather destroy it, take the loss on the merchandise. Because remember, they have basically two options. They can destroy it, like they are, or they could liquidate it and lower the value, which could cost them future customers. And they feel that what they're doing, they're already going to take the loss on the merchandise one way or the other. And remember, it's only the cost of their production. The $200 shirt is not actually $200 loss to Burberry, it's like $20. But they feel that that's better suited for them to protect their exclusivity of their brand. And a lot of places agree with them. And they also don't want it to end up on the gray market or counterfeit market as well. There's some concern with that. Which that one I kind of understand, but the whole burning it, man, there are so many people in this world that can't even afford a shirt or shoes or whatever the item might be, that they're protecting this brand in order to sell shirts for $200. That's essentially what they're doing. And The Guardian, which is a British website, and a couple other sites did a good story on it. Some people had some crazy comments. I'm going to take you over to the computer screen. Let's get rid of my face and go over there and show you some of these comments and these stories that happened about this. I'm interested in what you guys think. Do you think this is ridiculous to sit here and destroy? And we're talking millions. I think it was like 30 million pounds, which in US dollars is probably like 40 or 50 million dollars in merchandise they burned. Check it out. Why does Burberry destroy its products, and how is it justified? Here's the story from The Guardian, which I will link down below. It's news that Burberry destroyed more than 28 million pounds of fashion and cosmetic products over the past year to guard against counterfeiting. So that's like 38 or 40 million dollars worth. The news earlier this week, of course, was raising some questions. Why do they destroy their own products? Luxury retailers are believed to destroy unsold products to protect intellectual property and brand value. I can assure you that this is mainly to brand value. In other words, they do this to prevent their wares from being sold cheaply on the counterfeit market or ending up on the gray market with unofficial but legal retailers who fall outside of their distribution channels, like maybe a Ross or a Marshalls. How does the company justify it? John Peace, who is their outgoing chairman, said destroying stock is not something they do lightly, and they took care to minimize the amount of excess stock it produces. Basically, they want to keep their brand value up. And H&M products were being burned instead of coal in Sweden, which is interesting. How much were they burning? It looks like they did 18.8 million in 16. up to 26.9 million. They almost doubled, not quite doubled, but almost doubled the amount they destroyed. And that's because they're basically saying it's because of luxury brands not selling as well in the UK and Europe last year. How many companies do it? It looks like there's a ton of companies aside from H&M and Burberry. Richemont, which is the company doing the destroying, reported that they destroyed $421 million of watches from its brands, which include Cartier, Jaeger LeCouture, and other brands like that across Europe and Asia. Richemont is a company that destroys their stock. They own those watch companies. They own Cartier. They own, I think it's Jaeger LeCouture. I don't know how to say that company. I've heard of it, but they have very expensive watches, and they have admitted to destroying $421 million. Also, Nike reported to the New York Times that they slashed their trainers to stop them from entering counterfeit markets. And so there are other companies, as you read through here, that do this. It's crazy. With Burberry, the prevalence of the brand's iconic check in the early 2000s, the wrong crowd apparently had a knock-on effect on sales. It diminished its status among consumers, known in some fields as brand citizens. They don't want, basically, lower income, poor people to wear their stuff if they can help it. They only want rich people that can afford to pay $1,000 to $3,000 for a piece of merchandise to really do this. So what else could increase the amount of waste? Burberry was an early adopter of the see now, buy now model, meaning consumers could buy pieces after shows. Although the company is about to phase this out, it's been reported that this retail model means a brand has to produce more stock and judge what consumers want. It means they were guessing at which units people would buy, so they overproduced, and it left them a ton of units that they couldn't sell, which led to them having to get rid of it. I guess people are saying they should, try to donate this stuff, try to reuse it, try to recycle it, but they're not interested in that. This is better for them. And remember, it's a loss of inventory, so they're getting a tax write-off from this as well. Just like if you had bad material that you had to redonate, you'd get a write-off. They're destroying it, and it's a write-off for them. I don't know how the European tax system works, but I know here the companies would get a tax write-off. So what do you guys think of this? Please sound off in the comment section below. I'm going to tell you my opinion, and you just heard it. I think it's ridiculous, and I think there are millions of people in this world that need clothes, and I believe that they could recycle these clothes, redo them, reuse them, donate them. They could do something besides burning them. That sounds asinine to me, and I think it's nuts. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. Use the comment section below. That belongs to you. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. You will see me again a couple of times before Vegas on Monday. And until then, have a wonderful night. Make sure you do check out the description box for links to this story, as always. Links to all of my guides if you want to learn about fashion or electronics and hard goods, Poshmark, and also last night, the social media guide, how to build a social media following in order to increase your sales, guys. It will really, really help with everything you're selling. So make sure you check those links out down below. Pick them up at the special pricing we set them at. And until next time, enjoy your night, your weekend, everything. I'll see you next time.